Blitzers, welcome back to the channel. It's Ronan. Got a couple of replays. Been a while since the last one. I apologize, on some vacation, but hope you enjoy these two terrific games. First by Terry Hestes and his IS4, and then Armour goes crazy in his Grille. Terry is here in Alpenstadt, and love the camo. Terry, I believe that is one of the Halloween bat camos. Terry's going to have himself all kinds of fun today, including beating up on Nate the Great from Rain in his test tank. So we got some fun things to see. But Terry just crosses the map early on here. I think he was looking to find someone in the middle of this map, which is normally pretty easy to do. However, their team split to both corners. Terry and this AMX-30B found themselves in the Meal 2, who seems to be lost, but Terry's helping him find his way to the grave. However, from behind Terry, he gets hit hard, but I don't know what TD that was, but he gets shot pretty hard by a TD with a big alpha gun in the rear, and lives to tell the tale, and that TD has lost its, there it is, that is the T30, oof, from Love. So Terry takes 2 hits, I believe, right from that T30, and you'd think it altered the course of this game, but Terry manages to pull it out. It is a 5-on-5 battle at this point. There is said T30, who went in a good position and got these two as they crossed really well and did a lot of damage quickly. And Terry sees the test tank of Nate the Great coming over. And now that you will get to see yourselves up close. But then first we have a T62A that is crossing, and he's chasing the AMX-30B. Meanwhile, you can see that Terry's other teammates are over there fighting a losing battle with the rest of those guys in the corner. So it's not looking good. It's 4-on-5 with 2-on-2 over in the corner, and then there's someone capping. I mean, you know, why not? And Terry is correctly just kind of holding back, waiting to see how this develops. Now there is the Object 260. You read that correctly. Object 260. That is Nate the Great's test tank. I don't know the tank at all. I don't know if this is the Czech line or a new Russian tank. It looks very Russian there with a pike nose in it. Nate the Great quickly comes and pumps a shot into Terry. He did bounce the first one. It's a cool looking tank, and Terry just rushed that shot a tiny bit and missed it. Cool looking tank. Not sure what exactly it's aimed to be like. Maybe more like the IS7, but Terry had no problem pinning it there. And also, and he bounced Terry again. So definitely a Russian gun. It looks like. It looks a lot like the IS7, to be honest. Terry puts another one into it, while Nate manages to flub another shot with 360 Alpha. I'm guessing that's Pramo. And Terry's down at 575. He really needs to land this shot to clear him, and he does. And Nate the Great goes down. Now the T30 is still alive, and so there's still 2 other tanks that Terry's got to face here. The T30 from Love, who did a lot of damage to Terry early on, and then that T62A. Terry does have a Maushin who really isn't a great player. I have comments off. I am fresh from a recent chat ban, and comments are off, so I think the comments that they were making here, and there were some, are missing. But that Maushin was clearly not a great player. I'm not sure if Terry was spotted there, because that T30 made a particularly bad move of crossing there for what appears to be very small, I guess to kill the Maushin, but really wasn't the greatest of moves. And opened Terry up for getting 2 shots without even taking any hits, and the T30 could have cleared Terry with a good shot, although the front of the IS4 can always be tricky. So now we've got ourselves a 1-on-1. This T62A was not a great player. Terry bounces beautifully, angling the IS4. The first shot does take a hit by Pramo, it looks like, from the second shot of the T62A, but then uses the relatively accurate IS4 cannon to level him off and finish the game. Wasn't a mastery somehow. 51-59 damage, 4 frags, 1345 base, but a terrific game. And it was good to see that Object 260, although it did not, I can't say it looked too great there in battle by Nate the Great. So anyhow, great job, Terry. Next, we're moving on to Fort Despair with Armour Attacker, who is flying the Grille Troublemaker. No, I think this is... this may not be, it may or may not be the Troublemaker. Can't recognize which camo, a legendary camo this is. There are 2 for the Grille. This is not a place for a TD. In other words, this map is not a great map for TDs, or I never thought of it as being one. But Armour sure does know what he's doing here. He does a tremendous amount of damage. And I have to admit, Armour, I do not use this spot when I have a TD here. And after watching this replay, I probably will. Armour there switches to Pramos, trying to get the side cheek of the IS-7, but to no avail. Smart move there not to shoot. The Grille's, has a propensity to get spotted when shooting. It's got a very, very good camo, or very okay camo, I shouldn't say good. Very okay camo to begin with, but when it shoots, the camo, I mean, it's like the 183. You're almost guaranteed to be spotted. I believe it's a 2% camo once shooting. So smart to only shoot with the Grille if you're undercover when you have a shot, not just hoping and praying for a shot. Armour is using this spot really well. You've got 2 points of shooting there. Both are covered by bushes, so it is a great spot if the other team is going to push the B cap or the general cap in an encounter. I think Armour was doing a blind shot there. Don't know if that landed or not. We'll take a look at that. But he's getting pushed down pretty hard. It's a 6-on-7 already. The 121 from the enemy team just shot and missed. And then he's got himself an AMX 50 that is 5120 here that's just kind of sitting there, but he's drawing the fire of everybody else, allowing Armour who's probably not spotted at that moment, to get a nice shot off on that T-54E1 and to continue his pummeling of the enemy team. He's at 1934 damage right now. Again, we had a blind shot that I don't think went in, that he also may have gotten. But we'll see. And then another nice 121B shot there into the side. That player, Armour's getting him there, really pushed him back, which was key. We have an E100 that's kind of pushed up after they went C for no real great reason there. And you can see that IS-7, Armour sees it too. The IS-7 is tunneling the E100, so he sneaks in there. I was looking the other day at the top damage of all time, and the highest that I saw, at least at that moment, was the Grille. Nice shot to the side of the IS-7, caught him on fire as well. The Grille has a couple of 11,000 plus games, the top of all time. And I was thinking to myself, why? And I think you're seeing Armour do this here as he takes a good hit there from may have been even Pramo from that. Oh, no, that was HE, of course, from the IS-7. The Grille's propensity to have very accurate shots, obviously huge alpha, but also the mobility allows it to just pump out more damage than a lot of other vehicles. And if you have it positioned correctly and you're moving it around, because of how accurate it is, it's just more likely to cause damage. That's my theory anyway. I mean, the DPM of the Grille is nothing particularly special, given a lot of tier 10 TDs have this kind of DPM. Beautiful shot there, chasing that 121B down, nice roll, clears him. It's still a 2-on-4, it was a 2-on-5, I believe. Not only that, Armour's other problem is, look at the cap. 740 versus 530 on points, and the enemy team has both caps. So Armour's getting pretty aggressive here. The nice thing about the Grille is it does have like most tier 10 TDs, even though it's got no armor, it has good HP, and there goes some of it. But Armour still has 930 against the 2-on-3 now. His teammate was able to clear someone, and Armour did a nice job there of taking a shot out of that Object 140. Now there goes the FB 4005. That's a tank that Armour really did not want to tangle with. He takes out the E100, shame on the mess, E100, and now it's a 1-on-2. Armour's also got a massive problem with points. He's down 570 versus 855. So the enemy team here could easily clear either tank. Both are autoloaders. He takes one shot from the T-54E1 and clears him with a beautiful shot. And Armour, great heads-up play here of running to C-cap and knowing that he is about to lose this thing on points. Now, I do not know what happened to the FV 4005. He was clearly an active player. I actually looked him up afterwards. Decent player, okay player. But he obviously knew where Armour was and just chose not to come here. And I don't exactly know why. FV 4005's got a clip of 3 that could easily clear a Grille, even with 1200 damage. So I don't know what this guy was doing, but it's to the benefit of Armour, who wisely capped and was very, very concerned that he would get taken out here, which would be very, very easy to do. You see the HP going up, and Armour's about to get spotted here. So again, not really sure what happens here, and he spots the FB 4005 and just pops him, clears him, calls it a day, and on we go. 7,847 damage, 4 frags, top 10 North America. I think it's number 8 or 9 in North America for the Grille in this season. Terrific game, Armour. Way to use the Grille's, all of its capabilities, and terrific snapshot there at the end. Let's assume he was alive and hunting for you. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.